Hello there, this is Proenza from Angry Birds. We're a Portuguese, very active organization in Star Citizen, and today I'm talking about the Aegis Retaliator. It's a lovely heavy bomber from Aegis, and it's a very effective way to gather money in 3.16. It's a lovely ship. Look at this. Here in the blue, grey and gold paint scheme from Invictus. Has such B1 bomber vibes. And inside looks like a submarine, so what not to like. There's only a few things that you should know to use this lovely beast accordingly. Let's pick up a bounty, an HammerHead bounty. We should have one. There you go, Garth is going to die in a few minutes. So we are in yellow in Crusader, for the reason being that here it's very, very, very fast, because usually 90% of the bounties are on the asteroid belt here. So you just really have to go around yellow, to pick up the bad guys. So first things first, Retaliator comes with Argo torpedoes, and Argo torpedoes, it sucks. There's no way they... Oh, it's atmosphere bounty? It is. Oh, this is nice. Too bad it's dark, but... So, as I was saying, Argo torpedoes, it's what comes stock with Retaliator, and they are crap. So, first things first, you should buy Seeker 9s. Those torpedoes are sold in one place. That's New Babbage. You have to go to Center Mass in New Babbage, and they cost about 3,800 each. So, it's about 24k to... put them in the Retaliator. You only have to do it once to go to New Babbage, that is. After that, you can restock whatever you want in Olisar, Everest, or whatever. So as you can see on the right there, Seeker 9s, I have 6, and we have already... Oops, we have already Garth. He was there. So, a couple of things. The idea here is you have to shoot the torpedo as close as possible while having lock on the HammerHead, so the HammerHead doesn't have time to evade, to turn, or even if it launches some flares, it doesn't matter because the torp is already completely locked in. So it's easy to have the temptation to shoot a torpedo from here because it has a 50k range. It's massive, but this is going to give plenty of time for the HammerHead to pop some flares or to shoot down the torpedo. So we are in Atmo, or well, in planet side, let's say, or moon side actually. You should be a bit higher than HammerHead. The torpedoes are not very good at going up, they're very good at going down. So 5 clicks, 4 clicks, and 3.5, off we go. And Garth is not having dinner tonight. I'm sorry, Garth. So now we run. We run because Garth Escort wants to have dinner. So we just go to jump to a OM to evade them, put some thrust. And as you can see, it was quick, it was easy. I'm going to do another one. So, go to Bounty. We have, Nazib Boperai. That's a lovely name. However, it's going to be killed. So, Nazib, as you can see, is in the asteroid belt as well. I'm going to jump. Remember, the Retaliator is a big ship. And being a big ship, I usually like to, when I jump to the last point, I like to use the scanning to see if there are big rocks between me and the target. So off we go. We press the torpedo button, so it's loading, and it's loaded. And now we'll do like this. Okay, there's only a big rock there. We're about here on the speed, we are about 336, which is fine. Usually I like a bit lower, so you can another tip is use cruise control, because like that you maintain a steady speed, and while it's bad for the escorts, it's good, you know, for you to time the launch of the torpedo correctly. So we have Ronaldo, we have Walid, and we have Boparai. There we go. Fine. There you go, Mr. Boparai. Don't rush, because not most of the time, but sometimes, you know, the hammerhead is behind an asteroid. So if you shoot a torpedo, it's going to do, well, nothing. So give it time for the hammerhead to turn. There we go. And boom. As you can see, it doesn't get much easier than this. Whoops. Now remember, the Retaliator doesn't have any pilot guns. So fleeing the escort is an option, because torpedoes are just way too slow to take it down. Or you bring a friend, which comes in one of the turrets, or you have several. So you can see, you know, it's perfectly viable doing solo missions here, and it's fast, you know. It's doing a few minutes. We're going to do our third hammerhead. Now you can counter and argue and saying, oh, but if I have Osamu, you bad boy, you're in Atmo as well, or well, Moonside. You can argue and you can say, oh, but if I have an Ion, or if I have a Buccaneer or Gladius or whatever with lasers, I would earn more money, because I would not have to pay for the restocking of the torpedoes. Remember, each torpedo costs about 3,800 each. So restocking the 6 torpedoes on the Retaliator, for example, now we're going to finish down 6 Retaliators, and we have restocking. You usually pay about 24,000 for torpedoes, and usually 2,000 to 3,000 in repairs, because as you can see, you always get, you know, a few shots from the escorts. Now the downside of this is that you have to pay each round of 6, and for 6 hammerheads you net you earn about 169, 170 if you have call to arms active. That said, you know, the net worth that you get from the 6 hammerheads, if you shoot them, you know, all 6 correctly, it should be around 150-ish, 151 or so. And you can argue by saying, oh, but with the Buccaneer or with the Gladius or whatever, I can do it I can do it much cheaper, because, well, you don't have to restock lasers if you use lasers, and that is correct. You know, that is correct. The thing here is twofold. So first one is, it's fun because it's something new, and it's a different way to do bounties, and it's fast. It's really fast. As you can see now, this one, it's well, we have to fly. You don't have any marker on Osamu's, so while the other guy wanted to have dinner, this one probably is having dinner. But it's really fast, and as you can see, you know, nothing it's used or whatever. One thing I forgot, here you have the power management. So this is shields, this is weapons, this is, well, thrusters. Since the Retaliator does not have any pilot control weapons, so it's stupid to have energy through the weapons, and the thrusters, you know, doesn't mean, well, crap, because you want to have a slow steady speed. You just press F7 a few times to put all the energy into the shields for you to withstand, the fire from the escort. So there's the shield 100. This is the massive radar. I really love this ship. It's really gorgeous. But it's like the game, It's such a lovely game. Look at this. It's buggy, We know it's buggy. We know it gives a lot of pain and grief and whatever. But good Lord, this is gorgeous. This is really gorgeous. So there we go. We are approaching Osamu's last known position. And Osamus is going to be dead in a while, in about a minute or two. Let's load the Seeker. Now, a word of warning. Sometimes the Retaliator has a really bad rap because, they say the torpedoes are bugged because they are not loading. Now, I don't know why and if it's intended, but just be aware that usually when you get shot, the first thing that gets malfunctioning is the torpedo loading mechanism. So if after a couple of bounties, a couple of HammerHeads, you get shot by the escorts and the torpedoes do not load, instead of cursing and reclaiming the ship and all that, just go to a station and repair the ship, because if you repair it, then the torpedo loading mechanism works again. Oh, my missiles. Okay, lovely. And remember, as we're saying, we're a Portuguese organization, so we're going to speak a bit for Portuguese viewers here. Se és português, vem jogar connosco. Somos uma organização muito ativa, muito hardcore, e queremos pessoas ativas e muito empenhadas na nossa organização. Tens o link na descrição. Back and off we go. And there we go. And yeah, bastard. Well, you gotta admit it. It's a lovely thing. And there we go. You see, we took more time, traveling to the poor guy to kill him than exactly, having to deal and how to kill him. You just have to time correctly. That said, it's a really, really good help if you use cruise control, because if you use cruise control, then the distance, it's very steady, and you can time the torpedoes firing very well. Remember, if you fire a torpedo from something from 3.7 or 3.8 upwards kilometers, you're giving them ahead increased chances of either evading or eating some flares, or even getting down your torpedoes. And the silly thing is, you have to have the torpedoes fired around 3.4, 3.5. Lower than this, there's a bit of a chance that between arming, firing, and all that, it loses lock, so it's an effective torpedo. So it's a bit of precision game. I like it quite a lot. It's I really like it, and it's a really not new. Retaliator is their old ship, but it's a different way of doing bounties. Just of picking your iron. Remember also one thing: there are two types of Retaliators, which actually are not two types. They are the same ship, just with different things. What we are flying now is the Retaliator Bomber. It has two modules with torpedoes. I'm going to show you in a second. And then you have the Retaliator Base, which is the same ship but with no modules whatsoever. So it's supposed to be blank, and you can put whatever modules you want there. You have cargo modules, you have torpedo modules, you have dropship modules. So it's really fun. Their models are not active in the game yet. Apparently this should be the first ship for the modules to be active. There are other ships in the game which are modular, like the Caterpillar or the Vanguards, but they always said that the Retaliator is going to be the first one to have the modules working, so you can swap them. That said, there's only one type of Retaliator, which is the base. The Retaliator Bomber is just a base with the two torpedo modules installed, and it's a really oops, forgot to load the torps. It's a really fun ship. It's really, it flies decently for such a large ship. It has massive quantum, massive shields. It has massive hull. Remember that in terms of hull HP, it's bigger than an HammerHead without shield. So without there you go, harsh. And it's fun, you know. It's something different and fun. And look at that! What a lovely thing. I usually sometimes, you know, once in a while, I have to admit, you know, I miss Torpedo 2 because I'm just in awe, looking at the scenery and looking at the vistas, and it's just gorgeous. So there you go, 3.65, off we go. Going a bit slow. Let's see if this one hits. Hope so. Well, it's saying shit, no flares, and it's a hit. So, as you can see, you know, in this short period of time, and remember that one of the bounties was in Moonside, or Planet Side, well, actually Moonside, and it had no marker, so we had to fly 200 kilometers. And in this time, we did 4 HammerHeads. Again, yes, you can do it with a Buccaneer or with a Hurricane or whatever. It's you don't have to restock and rearm, but this one is just, look how fast we're going to do another one, and it's just a cash cow, you know, and it's a fun ship to fly. I like to fly it a lot. I usually use it as well when I go to do bunkers, because, well, why not? It's perfectly fine for doing bunkers. And I'm really looking, you know, for the modularity for this ship. It's a really nice ship. Just going to show you, as I promised, the modules. So you see, he has a very submarine vibe, very cramped. So this is where usually this is the first module, and this is where 4 torpedoes are, and this is, well, swappable. You can swap this entire room module for whatever you want, cargo, or for transporting people, or for torpedoes, and whatever they seem fit. And this is another module, the rear module. The front module holds 4 oops, I cannot go from here. The front one holds 4 torpedoes, this one holds 2, we'll still have 1 there. Where's the other one? And it's a really nice ship. It's a really nice ship. So I hope you liked it, and if you liked, you know, I'm not gonna go with the please subscribe thing, but you know, just leave a comment and saying, hey, thank you mate, that was helpful. And if you're Portuguese, novamente, vem jogar connosco. Se fores alguém empenhado, é alguém que gostares de jogar com outras pessoas de uma maneira muito ativa, vem jogar connosco. Tens tudo na descrição, tá bem? Um abraço a todos. And thank you to everyone who watched, and hope you liked it. Bye bye, mate.